It's always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 12, trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the Saints are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Good throw there to start this second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. Now a play fake here on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd and 3. Into the secondary past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Let's go, boys. Bring it. Complete to number 13.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Number 43. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Rosa's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll try and run for it. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Panthers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
And the Panthers
back to throw again. Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrace Marshall with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes our score 17-0.
Saints, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. Still shedding tackles. Touchdown. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
17. Saints 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He'll look to throw. Dancing to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they try the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. Stays on his feet. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Space to run past the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones. And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And a give this time to the tailback. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th and goal.
They'll try and run for him. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short, and the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 19...
And he's got it! What a catch on the sideline. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts them in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got them into the end zone.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it will tie our game here in the 3rd. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points. So he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still third and long.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now Jones to throw on third down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. And now here's a carry heading left. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Back to throw. Jones being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
13 yards. And the Panther first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
139 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
5 yards remain on second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second down.
They'll look to throw here.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Marshall's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a handoff as they run left side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros. Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. This for the lead in the final stages. Rosas' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Brown in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
To throw is Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Carolina, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.